Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back, everybody. I am just loving the fact that more and more people are realizing that there's something else out there to help you feel better and heal. And we're talking about essentially energy. Everything is energy. Said it before, we'll say it again. Say it to the end. That's what it is. It's energy. And if you got stuck energy, you can't really feel better. You can't really heal. She helps you heal using many different energy modalities, if you will: Reiki, shamanic healing, intuitive life coaching, and so much more. And what makes her very different, there's a lot of people that do what she does, but not the way that she does it. She's also got a medical background as a nurse. And we're going to talk to somebody that she's worked with on the healing journey. First, we start with Danielle Marie. Welcome back. How you doing?
Wonderful. Thank you for having me back. It's always such a pleasure to be with you and with everyone in the audience.
Yeah, I love having you on here. Learn so much. You're definitely a professional of the year with everything that you offer. I mean, I don't even have enough time to do your resume. It just, you keep adding to it on and on and on, and I'm going to keep this thing updated. We have company today. Who joins us?
This is Dawn Pittman.
Hey, Dawn.
Hi.
Welcome to the show. Now, you had some healing sessions with Danielle, right?
Oh yeah.
I get it.
Oh yeah.
I have as well, and I know what you're talking about, even from the tone of your voice, that things you realize things, you discover things. Now, when you met with her, did you have a goal? Or did you just say to yourself, something's not right and things are a little off and I'm just going to go for it and see what happens? Or did you say to yourself, yeah, I'm going for this intention?
I kind of went for the intention. I knew a little bit about Danielle and what she did, and I was on a healing journey. Still am. But she makes it a whole lot easier.
So, do you recall what you had? Was it Reiki healing? Was it shamanic healing? Like what happened in the sessions?
I think I had a little bit of it all. Actually, um,
Well, how about this? How about this? Because I'm this happened for me, and
yeah,
I think
start.
I'm feeling this might have happened with you as well with Danielle. Things came up that you didn't expect to come up.
Oh, wow. Lots of things came up. Lots of things came up. Things from your past that you have even forgotten. She allows those things to come through and to feel them and to be present in that moment and just feel those emotions. And I'm one of those people that feel those emotions when I'm around her a whole lot. So it works really well for me. It just comes natural.
Now, Danielle, is it true that a lot of the things that challenge us in our adult life did come from our childhood? We need to, in a nice way, confront them and deal with them. And not that it's, potentially can be, but I'm not talking about like these horrific things, just stuff as a kid, right?
Yeah, just stuff. It all piles on. And what happens is we refuse to look at it, to feel those feelings, emotions that are coming up. Or there's so much pain, we just choose to push it away and ignore it or reject it. And in that instance, you're not just rejecting what's going on outside of you, but you're rejecting the part of you internally at whatever age you were, saying to yourself that you're rejecting that part too. And that's where a bunch of fracturing occurs.
Well, I've never heard that word used before in this instance. Wow. All right, I'm going to go there. When you say fracturing, how do you mean?
Well, it's our essence, our energy, our soul. So when we reject part of us, it means you're pushing it away. Well, in that pushing away, you change the feeling of being whole and complete because you're rejecting a part of yourself, a part of your heart, a part of your essence. And in that process, it's like a fracturing of yourself. So then comes the masks and the inauthenticity when we're not true to ourselves. And it just creates chaos in who you are. And then as time goes on, it just builds more and more.
And you don't even know what's going on.
Correct.
Like you could be doing your daily life and situations come up, call them triggers.
Blessing buttons.
You have a description for everything. That's like I've never heard fractured.
Got to love her.
She's awesome. I like to say, we're beautifully broken. We all are.
But we're not broken.
We're fractured.
But those fractures are because we didn't know, we weren't taught how to feel, how to process, or accepted. And a lot of people, if you notice, become uncomfortable because other people's woundings can bring up your own woundings, and energy attracts like energies. So
Wow.
a lot of times your lessons are there to help you heal that part of you, but it's the part that you're never broken. We're all wonderfully made, whole and complete and in love. What's broken is our hearts, and we're breaking our own hearts by rejecting parts of ourselves.
And again, not even knowing it. So like
Correct.
that broken, fractured, whatever it is, you can't fix what you don't know is broken.
Yes.
So cliche, but if you don't know,
Hmm.
How
and
you gonna fix it?
how you going to fix it? You know what you're going to do? You're going to go to the mechanic, like if it's your car, and
Miss Danielle.
and that's she's the shamanic mechanic. I guess that would be.
I am telling you, I have literally sat down beside this woman and she goes, "Oh," and I look at her like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "No, are you okay? Because you're having hip pain, are you?" And just when you leave there, you feel so great, spirit, body wise, just everything about me feels so great when I leave from being with her.
Yeah, I get you. And it's not a like a
And
placebo. Like it was like, just drinking a Kool-Aid. Yeah, I feel great now because no, it's
no,
legit. Like you really
it's
do feel something. And it's almost hard to explain.
very overwhelming, and it reminds me as to thank God for all the blessings that He sends to us. Because on my journey and grieving, I lost two sons, one in 21 and one in 22, my two oldest. And
Mm.
through that grieving led me to a very special friend that led me to Miss Danielle, who is always going to be a very special friend. I can't foresee my life without her now.
Oh.
It's amazing what comes up, even
Yeah.
if you don't say anything. She said something about my life when I was 18, something like that. And I,
Wow.
kind of forgot about it. But when she said it, it was like, oh yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
She'll make those moments you have tucked away just come to surface. And that is so great because we need to deal with them. We need to feel those emotions and be present and acknowledge that we are present for in that moment. And then thank God for letting us be present and just give that back to him because that's not our junk.
Hmm. True. I mean, no better song lyrics written than Jesus Take the Wheel.
Yes.
It's just like, all right, you got it.
Yes.
You go. And you drive. Um, Dawn, you've had a couple of sessions, right?
Yes, sir.
how are you feeling now?
Awesome. Awesome. I felt so alone before, and now I know I can sit in my home in my own presence, and I am never alone. I will never be alone again in my life. And that's an awesome feeling to feel his presence and know that, when we feel like we're so alone, we're not. We're absolutely not. God made us in his image. And
So I want to say here that what Danielle does is not religious. It can be
no.
if you want it to be. If you want to
Okay.
connect it, yeah, it's
So maybe
spirituality
I should use spirit.
or whatever.
Spirit is always with us.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The spirit is within you, many believe, and
Yes.
as if you realize who you are and what you have to offer, you'll never be alone.
Never.
But you have to realize who you are and what you are.
Uh-huh.
And many of us don't, i.e., love ourselves.
That's the key, learning to love ourselves.
Yeah.
Learning to forgive ourselves.
That's another thing, Danielle, that we really haven't talked about, forgiving ourselves. That we can point the finger at others. And so I love this thought. When you point the finger at somebody else, there's three coming back at you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
even, relationship situation, anything that goes on, it usually takes more than one person.
Yes.
Somebody may have done something that was horrific. And it's like this on the horrific scale, but you're down here. You were involved in mostly every situation. If it's a random act of violence, that's a little bit different. That is
Mm-hmm.
different. But, when it's relationship related or, even a situation that surprised you, you had no control over, um, you may still carry guilt and need to forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
How do we do that?
By acknowledging it, accepting, and actually releasing it over and forgiving. But one thing I will have to say is that forgiveness is not for the other person. It is for you.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the other person doesn't even know that there's something there that you would think needs forgiving for that person. You know what I mean?
Oh, totally. And that person may not even be around.
Right.
And you may have these feelings of shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and whether it's real or not, whether it's your feelings and your feelings are real. Nobody can take that away.
Correct.
But then you need to forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Stop shitting all over yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. It's true. But but you could to the end of time say, I should have done this. If only this, if only that. And that's in you. That may not even be the truth.
Correct. And there's beauty in everything in one way or another. And if you go back and you change that time, what else would it change? It would be a butterfly effect. You wouldn't be the same person you are now.
Yeah. It's hard to realize that and hard to see that. And,
Mm-hmm.
and especially if it's something from long ago, to say, well, if that didn't happen, would this have happened? And the chain reaction and on and on and
Mm-hmm.
on. Dawn, I'm understanding that now you're on a journey. First, it was a journey to heal.
Mhm.
And wonderful. And God bless you for realizing that we have to heal.
Yeah.
Is it okay to share?
It's okay to share whatever.
Okay. Okay. I just didn't want to jump through there. Go ahead, sir.
Well, I have very limited information
Okay.
here. So, I'm just throwing it out there that now you have a goal to help heal people.
Yes, sir.
What
Yes, sir.
inspired you? Where did that all happen?
Oh, just I've always been a person that has to take care of someone, or I've been the one in the family that's been called on when something happens and someone needs caring for. I have dipped my toes into the medical field a little bit, and I just feel like there's more out there. Like I've never really connected with that, and there's just so much more to learn about the way we can heal ourselves. And it's very intriguing, and I don't know, it's just a passion.
You
I feel it
you
in my soul.
I was just there you go. Thank you for saying that. It's like you
I
feel
just
it calling you. You feel it calling
yes.
you.
Yes, I just feel
Wow.
it calling.
Was that calling a result of your sessions with Danielle?
Yes.
Or the calling was there?
The
You
calling was there. The calling for this particular healing, yes. That became after my healing, after my sessions with Danielle, because there's a lot that goes on, and in energy wise, uh, that's a whole lot, but you can actually feel the difference. And for me to be on the receiving end of that, it's a wonderful feeling. I would love to touch someone else's
mm,
life the way she has touched mine.
that's
I guess
beautiful.
that's the best way you could. I'd love to give back.
I detect in both of you that you're empaths, very much so.
Hmm.
Like you pick up on others, you feel it, and you just want to help them, no matter what it is. Could be somebody walking down the street, it could be somebody in a session, it could be doesn't matter what it is. You're called to help. You want to
Hmm.
be there to walk that journey with somebody else. Danielle, when you met Dawn, don't have to go into detail specifics. What are some of the things that came up, and then what are some of the things that you did to help her feel better?
Mhm.
Well, in the first session, well, she came to meet me before her session. And as soon as she walked through the door, it was just an
Ooh.
instant smile, hug. And as soon as I hugged her, she just started weeping. And she
Mhm.
just said she felt this flood of emotions. And we ended up spending probably a couple hours talking that day. And she came back that week for her first session. And she she fought through something not wanting her to come. And she was struggling, had been struggling with an addiction that she was overcoming.
Mhm.
And
Mm,
she felt the pressure of that addiction. She
Mhm.
felt the direction of that addiction. She heard that addiction speaking with her.
mm.
And Dawn, do you want to speak on it?
I'm okay.
How are you feeling?
Relieved. Relieved. Yes, I heard it. I felt it. I pushed through it. And to this very moment, I've never felt those feelings again. And I'm thankful. Thank you.
Isn't it a feeling of when you go through this and you heal energetically, at least begin that. Dawn, is it almost a feeling of I can now do this.
Yes,
I can move forward.
I can definitely do this. I can definitely do this. Um, there's not a battle now that I don't think I can, there's not an issue that I don't think I can face head on now because I know I can.
Is that a realization in your resilience and your faith in it could be God, spirit, and you yourself?
Yes.
Would it be safe to say you have a renewed sense, a wanting, not a wanting, that's not the right word, a renewed sense, a willingness to live?
Yes. Yes. Just very few months before this. Um, I didn't want to live, to be honest. I just wanted to go lay down in between my two boys and just sleep forever. Now I have a new sense of direction. I want to live. I want to learn. Oh, I'm so ready for it all. It's just so amazing. It's so wonderful.
Isn't it amazing when you have these energetic chains on you and they're pulling you and you don't know what's going on, why they're doing it. You might not even be aware of it. And when they come off, like those things that crop up in life that used to, the change used to pull you down, like, I can't believe that. Oh, look at that. How am I going to deal with that? And now you look at it and like, all right, we're good. Figure it
Yeah.
out. I'm not going to worry about it because I can't control that situation. Yeah, I'm going to move on. We're good. But that wasn't the way it was. It was,
Hmm.
No, not
yeah,
at all.
I get it. Believe me. I totally get it. It's, you just have this, I guess it's almost like a faith in yourself. Like, I'm good with me. We're going to take care of each other.
Hmm.
I mean, you, yourself, and you. Me, myself,
Yeah,
and I.
me,
Yeah.
myself, and I.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my beliefs. Definitely vibrating on a higher frequency now than I was.
Mm.
That lower vibration of frequency is moving out.
Yeah. And that's a great point that it moves out faster now when you've gone through some sessions and you have that realization of what's going on, the energy thing, how those situations in your past may control you.
Hmm. But
But
they
now,
don't define you.
exactly. Wow. Danielle, is that kind of the way it goes for a lot of sessions you do?
Yes.
I'm happy for you, Dawn. Yeah, I really
Yeah.
am. Really am.
I'm happy for me too. Thank you very much.
I
I
can
have
feel
some.
that positive vibration, and it's what speaks volumes is the fact that you've now changed it up and you want to help others heal through energy because you feel it and you want others to feel it. Um, yeah, and maybe that was your calling all along. You didn't realize it.
Oh, I'm gonna share my testimony soon. And if it only changes one person's life, it was well worth it.
Love it.
Well worth it.
Danielle, somebody wants to start a journey to heal. Easy to find you. Is it hellofuturehealing.com?
Yes. Yes. They can book a session there if they feel so called, or they can schedule a free consultation and just discuss what's going on in their lives and the direction they're feeling called to go, what they're looking for.
Sure. Yeah. And even just that conversation, like when we first met and you did a session on me, and I just want everybody to know you don't have to do anything. I was laying on my couch
Mhm.
when you were doing the session. We were just doing a Zoom. I'm just holding the phone up, and you're doing your thing. Um, and that's where things come up, and that's where change takes place. It's you're doing all the work. You're helping us do the work, but you're doing all the work. Um,
Actually, you're doing the work.
Yeah, well, you're the key. You're the key to unlocking a lot of stuff within us. Wonderful talking with you both. Thank you so much for being here, and start that journey. You know, life is short.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
you, Dawn.
you.
Congrats, and all the best to you. And thank you, Danielle. We'll get together soon. Okay.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Bye,
We'll be
guys.
right back.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.